Jacques here, working as a Christian pastor with one thought to help you do life well. While I was in primary school, we had a teacher who during the class went to the bathroom. I'm not sure how he did this, but when he came back, he had a piece of toilet paper stuck in his zip. Quite obvious. Of course, all the children in the class were giggling about it, but no one dared to tell him this. We actually had him later that day for a second period. And here's the amazing thing. He still had the toilet paper stuck in his zip. None of his colleagues bothered to point it out to him. You would have experienced something similar, how embarrassing it can be if something similar happens to you and me, and no one took the trouble to point it out to us. When it was pointed out, it was embarrassing, but my experience has been that the embarrassment of discovering it later on my own was just much worse. Having someone who could love us enough to speak up to prevent the embarrassment is one thing. But sometimes we need people to speak up into our lives to keep us from doing something stupid as well. Paul was one of those people who played such a role in Peter's life. Peter was preaching to both Jewish and non-Jewish believers about how there was no longer any distinction between Gentiles and Jews in Jesus. When he himself got sucked up into peer pressure, the peer pressure of other Jewish Christians, Paul was the one who took the courage and took him aside and spoke to him, saying to him, "You're missing the point. What you're saying and what you're doing, they are contradicting one another." That courage, that move of Paul brings me to the thought that I want to share with you today. You and I, we need someone like that in our lives, someone who loves us enough to speak the truth, someone that we can trust enough that even though their words might hurt, we would not break relationship with them. Without these people in our lives, we so easily go astray. So can I encourage you today? Either find that person or be that person who would love others enough to speak up and to speak the truth in life. Because without those people, we will discover one of the worst conditions in the human existence. When nobody cares enough and let us do just what we want to do. That is the worst place to be. So, I hope this thought challenges you. I hope it encourages you. I hope it helps you to find that person, the one who loves you in your life. And I pray that you and I can meet up soon.